oils. In this video with movement oils, we're going to be working on the inside of the arch. I like to use control in a lot of places, especially the arches, especially the pelvic region, as well as the arches, the bottom of the feet, but also, especially the bottom of the feet, but also the ankle. There's a lot of places where you can use control. Now, I've already done rest with my person, and the twitching is because he's sound asleep while I'm doing this. Now, instead of drops on this one, I'm going to sort of do like a letter Z, just to apply the oil. On certain positions, if you put the oil on in drops, it just can fall off. I'm going to lightly rub into the sole of the foot, just to apply the oils in this area. And now you really can read a person's foot. You can see where, unfortunately, my son gets my flat feet. The application of the arches here, that doesn't matter. I'm not looking for structure, as you know, in Movement Lesson. I'm looking for functional movement. I'm going in, again, patting that pie crust, just this light rotational touch. What I'm looking to do now is to stimulate. Now I'm going to do these videos on the skeletal system so you can see more of an anatomical range that I'm working on, but you can really see here where I'm coming in and I'm looking for a buoyancy response. What I mean is, even like if I touch into this pillow, you know how I touch in and it comes back? Well, you want that touch to be applied into every area of the body, and lots of times it isn't. That's why you work with cerebral palsy and so many different features, and including plantar fasciitis, all of these buzzwords, ankles, chronic feet, because they've lost their buoyancy. You've got a quarter of your bones in the feet. There he goes. And you really need that neural response that your foot is, in a sense, looking for the floor. So when I touch, I want that touch and that breathing almost to be in and out, looking for your hand. That foot should be seeking you out, not you seeking that foot out. So I'm just in here rotating, and I'm really just rotating in, again, like I'm putting a crust on a pie. I'm not looking for compression per se. I'm not putting in a thumbtack. And I really just want to use this touch throughout the ankle region. I really want to use this gentle rotational touch throughout the region of the arch, the inner arch. But you do not need to know anatomy for this kind of technique. You're looking for, and again, a buoyancy response, that foot seeking you out. You're born with this. One of the first milestones is reaching, and they reach with their hands or feet, every part of their body. So I'm just going in here in a light. Now this kind of lesson, by all means, if it takes you a half hour, if it takes an hour, if you're working, let's say, with cerebral palsy, especially if the child's been in a NICU for a prolonged period, chronic use of pulse ox, and I say chronic, I'm sorry, we need to make sure the child's breathing, but at the same time, it really does add a compression to the inner arch that's just not meant to be there. That's where a lot of kids with cerebral palsy, it's not for weight bearing, but they just don't have a wide foot because of NICU experience, and they never got to counter oppose those movements. There we go. Notice as I'm doing this, I'm countering. So my touch is something like here. It's not like dancing. But I'm looking for him to come back into my hands. I don't want to fall. I'm looking for him to just, so the movement coming up or rotating around my touch is just as significant as that movement going down. I really hope you love using movement oils. This was a labor of love. I really did it as another avenue for parents to work with their children. I'm using it as another avenue to work with Movement Lesson. And for those of you that don't know what Movement Lesson is, I help with functional movement, whether you're 95 years old or if you're 2 days old. And welcome to Movement Oil. I have plenty of videos of working with the feet. Please use my library. Just add yours. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.